Good morning, scholars of room 502. Happy Friday to you all, each and every one of you. Thank you for hopping online and watching these videos in Google Classroom, our Facebook, our Twitter, however you're getting to them. I appreciate that. Today we're going to continue to plan and organize a narrative text. Remember, what we're going to be writing about in the following week or two is, oh, Mr. Leggett's glasses. So it says, imagine that Lad, the dog from Quiet, had to guard the farm animals described in Waiting for Stormy. Using details from both texts, remember writing to sources, not just coming up with our own thoughts and ideas, we got to write to the source. Write a first-person narrative from Lad's point of view, describing what this guard duty would be like. So remember, we talked a little bit about this, and if you didn't do this lesson yesterday, now's your chance to catch up. So, we talked about how we're going to prepare for this writing, and you can always pause this to copy on your own piece of paper to help you out when you write. You know, when you prepare to write, it always just works out better. You know, just sitting down and writing. So our setting is Pony Ranch. We know it's just from the reading, not that we're coming up with our own ideas about this. We know it's quiet. We can tell that from the book, right? We know it's sunny. It's a nice sunny day. We know, and it's definitely not as fancy as the place where Lad was raised. You know, where Lad is the main dog of the master and the mistress. So our characters in our narrative are going to be Lad, who's aloof, snobby, but follows orders, at least from his master and mistress. We know that Misty, the horse that's about to give birth to Stormy, is quiet and generally happy. We know that the hen is not scared of others. That hen walks around Misty's feet like nobody's business. I know if I were a small chicken, I might stay away from a horse. And there were two other characters. They were just kind of mentioned a little bit towards the end of Waiting for Misty. That's Billy Blaze and Watch Eyes. They're young, eager, and they're friendly. Okay, that's what we can get from reading about them. Now, we talked about our beginning for our events, how we're going to write our narrative out. Remember, our beginning, Lad arrives at Pony Ranch. So I will use this event to introduce and describe Lad, Pony Ranch, and the animals there. That's what my beginning is going to consist of. I'll write about Lad arriving at the ranch, introduce and describe him, the ranch, and also the animals there. Now, let's turn to our middle. What's this middle going to be all about? Okay? And you could write this down too. Maybe you could all fit it on the same piece of paper. That's great. I'm writing large so we can all kind of see it when you're reviewing this. Let me get push that back a little bit. Go right around there. I think we should be okay. So, our middle. M-I-D-D-L-E. What is the middle of my story going? What's going to happen? Well, let's start off with Billy Blaze and Watch Eyes. So we have Billy Blaze and Watch Eyes, the two younger horses. We're going to say they want Lad to play with them. And this would be a good time to use dialogue. Hello, Lad. You're the new dog we heard about. You want to play with us? But Lad is, you can always pause this, is aloof. And says no. We can use dialogue here. And he, being Lad, he thinks they are silly. So how can we write this from a first-person point of view? Well, it's from Lad's point of view. So Lad could say, the two young horses, Billy Blaze and Watch Eyes, came up to me and asked me if I wanted to play with them. I told them I was too busy guarding the other animals. So no, I will not play with you. then you could say, because you're coming from Lad's point of view, I think those two are quite silly. Remember, this is coming from Lad's point of view. Well, let's come up with the next event that's going to happen in the story we write. And this is also part of the middle. So I'm going to put middle back up here, just to keep track. And I'm writing this in green, too. So, Lad decides he likes Misty because... Why do you think Lad would like a horse like Misty? Because she is quiet. And dignified. So she's quiet and dignified. That's the kind of person I think that Lad would like. So then, Lad, in our story that we're writing, Lad also makes friends. I'm going to scooch this up, so pause if you need to. Makes friends with the hen. Whoops. And decides he likes the shed with its smell of clover. Who remembers what that kind of writing is? When we talk about smell, remember sensory writing, sensory descriptions? So Lad could think, I really like it in here. It has such a nice smell. I can smell clover. So remember, this is all coming from Lad's point of view. Now the next thing we're going to write is the end of our story. We'll not write the end of our story. What we're doing is we're planning this. So let's go to a new piece of paper. So we have our beginning, our middle, and our setting and characters. And see, will this make this story easy to write if we have it all planned out? Not easy. Writing's never too easy, but easier. And our end. How will our story end? So in the end, how we're going to end this, let's say in the end, Lad, who's, remember, kind of snobby and aloof, is won over by the animals on Pony Ranch. Even those two silly horses, Billy Blaze and Watch Eyes. So remember, it's coming from Lad's point of view, so you know what, he could say something to the effect of, he could say, now that I think about it, I like all these animals on Pony Ranch, even Billy Blaze and Watch Eyes. I'm glad I'm here. Maybe I missed the master and mistress, but I'm glad I'm here to guard these animals. Alrighty, we got that all down? Does that all fit? We can always pause to help you write this down. So I want you to write this down because I'm going to have you on your assignment write a story from these notes, okay? Alrighty, thank you so much. Be sure to get in your IXL time, your Imagine Learning time. And if you're doing the packets from the district, that's great if you're picking those up. And I hope to see y'all very soon.